In a quiet village nestled between rolling hills and misty forests lived a young man named Arjun. He was the son of a poor carpenter, known not for riches or fame, but for the strength of his heart and the humility in his eyes. From a young age, Arjun knew life wouldn't be easy. His father worked day and night, shaping wood with his hands, barely earning enough to put food on the table. Yet, every morning, he'd place a gentle hand on Arjun's shoulder and say, "Stay humble, stay strong." Life has a way of testing those it wants to see rise. Arjun carried those words like a torch in the darkness. He was an average student, not the smartest in class, not the fastest on the field, but he had one thing others often overlooked: quiet determination. While his friends chased quick wins and applause, Arjun worked silently. He stayed up late to study when others went to bed. He practiced when no one was watching. He failed often and failed hard, but never gave up. At 18, Arjun moved to the city for college. The change was overwhelming. Skyscrapers towered over him, and he felt invisible in the sea of people chasing dreams. He applied for part-time jobs but was rejected repeatedly. Too inexperienced, too quiet, too simple. Still, he remembered his father's words. He eventually found a job cleaning tables at a roadside cafe. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid enough to cover meals and textbooks. After his shift, he'd sit in the corner of the library, surrounded by books, chasing knowledge like it was gold. He didn't boast about his struggle. He didn't post pictures for sympathy or recognition. His journey was silent, personal, and powerful. One rainy evening, as Arjun wiped tables at the cafe, a well-dressed man entered. Soaked and frustrated, he ordered tea. The cafe was crowded, and the man looked out of place. Arjun offered him a dry towel and a smile. The man noticed the kindness and struck up a conversation. "Are you a student?" he asked. "Yes, sir," Arjun replied, "studying business and working here to support myself." The man was impressed not just by Arjun's dedication, but his humility. They spoke for hours. That man, Mr. Rao, turned out to be a CEO of a rising startup. A week later, Arjun received an internship offer at his company. The office environment was ruthless. Competition was cutthroat. Arjun was often overlooked for being too quiet, too modest, but he kept learning. He arrived early, stayed late, took notes, asked questions. While others competed for the spotlight, Arjun focused on the work. Months passed. A major project hit a roadblock. The team panicked. Deadlines loomed. That night, while everyone went home defeated, Arjun stayed behind. He studied the problem, broke it into pieces, and worked through the night. The next morning, he presented a solution. It wasn't flashy, but it worked. The project was saved. Mr. Rao called him into his office. "You know, Arjun," he said, "you remind me of bamboo." "Bamboo?" Arjun asked, puzzled. "Yes," Rao smiled. "Bamboo spends years growing underground. It builds a strong root system before it even breaks the surface. And when it does, it shoots up fast and strong. That's you." Arjun was promoted, not because he asked, but because he earned it. Over the next few years, he rose steadily. He became a team leader, then a department head. While others celebrated loudly, he remained grounded. He treated janitors with the same respect he gave to CEOs. He credited his team in every success, never taking all the glory. Eventually, Arjun launched his own company, not with investors or fanfare, but with savings, sleepless nights, and silent courage. The company focused on sustainable building materials, a tribute to his father's craft. His startup faced tough times. Markets crashed, investors backed out, friends doubted. But Arjun, like always, stood firm. He didn't post angry rants. He didn't beg for validation. He just worked harder, stayed kinder, stayed humbler. One day, during a global summit on sustainability, Arjun was invited as a speaker. Thousands listened as he spoke about resilience, integrity, and humility. His words weren't rehearsed, but they came from a place few had ever dared to go, the heart of silent struggle. When he finished, there was a standing ovation. Years later, a journalist asked him, "What's the secret to your success?" Arjun smiled and replied, "I never saw myself as successful. I just wanted to do right by my father's words. Stay humble, stay strong." The rest followed. The story of Arjun reminds us that success doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. It grows in silence, in sweat, in setbacks, in sacrifices. In a world that values noise and fame, real strength lies in humility, in doing the right thing even when no one's watching. So to those who feel unseen, unrecognized, or unheard, keep going. Your journey is valid even if it's quiet. Build your roots, learn in the dark, grow in silence.